Back again, how to do's and don'ts here. Basically, going to show you how to be able to charge your cell phone if you lose power at your house, whether it be from an outage from the electrical company or just the fact that it's because of the hurricane, which is still technically from the electrical company. You can always have those situations. So, this is an especially good device to be able to have around during hurricane season, any hurricane areas that might even have tornadoes and always tend to spawn off of hurricanes, or even just the fact of normal electrical storms tend to knock out your power a lot for prolonged times that you have some type of backup. But this here is basically a solar battery pack. So you can take it out, and I got mine from Four Patriots. I actually have four of these things. If you look, lots of times they'll have sales, and you can buy, I believe it was all four at the time, for a much better price than buying them individually. You can see, as I'll show you here, this is where you'll charge it on one end there, where you can plug it in to charge it, and then you have two USB connectors there to be able to connect your devices. But you can definitely see where it plugs in the charge, and then you can plug in your devices to actually charge and use them. So there's a couple other functions that it has on here that I'll show you as far as what it does. But you'll hit on here on the side, you can see a power button that's clearly indicated. You'll hold that until the LEDs light up in the front there, and I held it long enough to actually turn on the flashlight, which is one of the features. You have the flashlight to where it'll stay on constantly to be able to see. Then you also have it to where it will literally send the SOS distress signal. So if you're in a flooded area or whatever else too, it could be another great thing to be found. If you're out hiking somewhere or whatnot too, you could use it for that, or camping in the wooded areas and are trying to call for somebody. And it also has a strobe light effect too, to really be seen and noticed there, to try to get somebody's attention, which I think are absolutely great features in case you're in desperate need of help. And you just hit it again and it will turn it off. And everything is shut down. You can see the power light is no longer showing, but those lights indicate how charged your battery still is. I believe they technically would try to tell you to keep it charged like once a month, is what it said. But I found it's basically stayed charged for months at a time, just having it out. I believe from some of the sunlight and stuff that's probably coming through the windows, it really hadn't lost any charge that worked fine. I've only used it like once, but it did help in that scenario and situation to be able to still charge your phone and it not be a big deal. So you can set it outside once you have the sun or whatever, and get it fully charged as much as possible. If you're still without power, and then bring it back in later and charge your device. It's always going to be best to charge the device whenever it's not in the sun, because anytime you do that, you're adding heat to both of those devices, which will actually make it a little bit harder on the batteries on both of them and not last quite as long. So, yeah, it's best if you can to always actually plug in that device and charge it when you're inside in cooler spaces and areas to prolong the life of it. But it's a great item to have around. Once again, like how I said, if you have no other means of power and you're trying to keep your phone charged and all, it's a great thing to have. Also, keep in mind you could use your car to, go out there if you've lost power to charge your battery in an emergency situation too, to be able to at least make a phone call if you're in distress. Anyways, I hope this is a helpful video for you, and it's something to think about to keep in your emergency kit that you should have around. They're not that expensive overall, considering they'll last for years and could potentially, save your life making that call or being seen, depending on your scenario and situation. Anyways, I hope you like, subscribe, and give me some comments, some feedback, what you like to see, what you like to hear about more, would you like to see these things more in use, or any other thing that I've put out on videos or any actual requests. Anyways, I appreciate you stopping by, and I'll see you on the next one.